Hey, what's up, beautiful people? It is your girl. It is Nia Ali, and it's dinner time. So let's cook something. Um, so as you all know, I have switched over to an alkaline meal plan. I've done it for so many different reasons, but just the health benefits alone far outweighs I won't say the inconvenience, because it's really not an inconvenience when I'm doing something that is beneficial for me, because I am worth it. And so some of you all had asked, would I be doing a cooking show? I haven't planned on it, but I just figured, you know what? I'm really getting ready to prepare dinner. And like typically on a Sunday, I remember those days when I would just like be cooking from like 12 o'clock noon, preparing dinner for 6 o'clock, because the things that I cooked took all day. Like the meat, the potatoes, the veggies, and just boiling everything. However, I have found a new way to prepare food. And so I'm gonna prepare something. I'll call this the Mother Earth Bowl, because it has some great things in it. Now, I shortcut. Here's the reasons why. It's because when I make quinoa, my quinoa never turn out right. So I found this Seeds of Change. This is a brown rice and quinoa with garlic mixture. Oh my goodness, and it is the bomb. So typically you put this in a microwave, but I try not to use my microwave. So I'm going to, I'm gonna open it. I just put it in a pan and just let it heat up for just a little bit. So I have that. I have some mushrooms that I'm gonna saute with some onions. My avocado, one of my favorites. That is very good in omegas. And then, my cucumber, that's going to be water for me. And then, mushrooms, they are a low calorie food that's packed full of protein and all types of other things. Oh, and I have a sweet potato that I'm gonna add to this just because of, I need color, I need texture. Cooking can be so much fun when you figure it out, when you figure it out. You want to have colors, you want to have textures. So just a few things. So I laid out, I haven't done anything, so you're going to see me from start to finish. My goal is to be done in 15 minutes. Fingers crossed. So I'm just going to go ahead and prepping this stuff. I'm going to rinse these off really quickly because as you see, I'm just now opening them. Hey, Kevin. I saw what you cooked the other day. That looked pretty delicious. Good job on that. Or was it today? I think it may have been today. And so good job on that. I think it was some brown rice and quinoa, if I'm not mistaken. If that's what that was, keep that up. Oh, and I saw that you switched your meal plan also. So that's pretty awesome. Let me rinse these real quick. Okay. So I call this my Mother Earth Bowl. Hey, Steven. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining me. So I call this my Mother Earth Bowl because it's just everything from the earth. I have grains, I have root vegetables. I'm gonna add spinach. I have other vegetables. I have avocado. It's going to be completely delectable. So I'm just gonna chop up these mushrooms, just in big chunks. It doesn't have to be pretty right now, but it always has to be pretty when you plate it. That's important. I eat with my eyes, and so then my taste buds. So whatever I prepare, I really like it to be pretty first. So only thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop up a few of these mushrooms, and then I'm gonna cut up some onions, and then I'm gonna saute it. I'm gonna saute it in a skillet, and I'm just gonna share with you some of the tips that. Okay, Kevin, so I see you're coming. You say your plate. That's good. So am I. I'm doing an alkaline meal plan. Actually, I will be creating a menu soon because so many people have asked, and thank you for inquiring. You keep me motivated, believe it or not. So many of you all have inquired about, okay, Nia, what are you doing? I'll show you. I'll share with you. Like, this is really what I do. This is really how I eat. As I shared with you all before, I eat within a window. My window is from 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock. It's almost 6 o'clock, so I need to hurry. So I'm just gonna cut up onions. Onions are rich in antioxidants, and they're delicious. I like onions. So actually, I'm gonna cut up this entire onion just because, well, not quite, because I'm just making it for me. So I have some onions, I have some mushrooms, and then while this is sauteing, I am going to cut up the cucumber. So one of the things that I did, I didn't plan for this. I gotta go cook over there. So here, follow me. I'll bring this in a second. There you go, it reaches. So I'm gonna turn this on for just a second. And I use grapeseed oil. So grapeseed oil has a higher temperature. So it depends on what I'm using the oil for. If I'm just putting some oil in a salad, I use olive oil. But if I'm actually cooking with the oil, I prefer to use grapeseed oil. So that's all. So I'm gonna let that heat up, and then I'm just going to add my mushrooms and onions, and that's really the only thing that I'm actually cooking. And you always want to make for certain that when you're preparing your vegetables or whatever you're cooking, that you cook it, you don't cook it all the way. I like my vegetables and stuff, I like them kind of crispy. I don't like them cooked or wilted too much, so I'm just gonna give them a couple of minutes right here. I'm gonna run get this real quick. 1 second. Here's another thing. So one of the things I do is I make for certain that when I do cook, I cook with iron type of cook vessels, as my grandmother would call them. Meaning I don't cook with things that have Teflon in it or coating in it. I only use stainless steel, I use copper, I use porcelain, or I use iron. I make for certain that, because when you cook with anything else, that seeps into your food, and those are actually toxins that will enter into your body. Another thing, even though this microwave is here, it's just for show, unless it's an absolute necessity. I try not to use the microwave because the microwave actually puts radiation in your food. And so what I do is I just do it the old-fashioned way. I just put stuff on top of the stove. So I'm cheating with this. This is a great product if you ever, I got this at just a local grocery store because, let me turn that down, because I don't make good quinoa. Every time I make quinoa, it comes out like really, really grainy, and it doesn't taste good. If I'm gonna eat healthy, I want it to taste good. If that grease pop me, I want it to be healthy, and I want it to taste good. So I actually found someone that does make good quinoa, and I just use theirs. So let me grab the mushrooms and the onions. So why'd you fellas just leave me alone? Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. If I love the girls who cares, who you like? This is gonna splatter. So I also watch my sodium. I do add a little seasoning though. But some of the things I like is a little cayenne pepper, just a little spice. I really kind of let the flavor, it depends on what I'm cooking. Everything, I remember I was taught where you have to season, sorry, and sometimes even over season, but it's not necessary. This food, because it's fresh and because it's natural, it has its own flavors. So let me turn this up some. So in about 2 to 3 minutes, this will actually be done. Once the onions turn translucent, that means when they become see-through, it'll be finished. So again, this is my Mother Earth bowl. I really enjoy making it because it's packed with so many colorful fruits, not fruits, vegetables and roots, and it actually tastes really good. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna let that cook right there. I'm just gonna come back over here. I need my cutter, my board. And I'm gonna cut up this cucumber really quickly. So while that's cooking, I'm gonna cut up this cucumber and my avocado. How much time has it been? It hasn't even been 10 minutes, right? So for those of you like, I don't have time to cook healthy. Yes, you do. Make time because you deserve it. And if you don't know what to cook, it's okay. You have Pinterest. That's one of my go-tos. Look at Pinterest for a lot of stuff. I get a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. And also, I joined several Facebook groups for alkaline eaters and such. So I'm just going to cut up a little of the cucumber just to add a little texture and water to my dish. You will see at the end. But we live in a time where everything that you need to know is accessible. Hey, Kamal, what's happening, bro? Thank you for that. Absolutely, definitely. Well, you know what? I'm going to do what I can so far to kind of help people in this transitioning because it's necessary. Because let me share with you, you don't realize you don't feel well until you feel better. And sometimes you just don't know until you start to make those changes. And even though for the most part I've been fairly, healthy and such, it's not until I switched to an alkaline meal plan that I feel like, oh my goodness, it's like I got some superpowers. Okay, so you want to know what's the name of that quinoa? All right, this is the business. They need to give me an endorsement for this though, because I'm endorsing it because so far it is really good. Like quinoa, you can mess up some quinoa. I've had some folks that made some quinoa and it's like, I'm not eating this wood. It tastes like wood. But this from Seeds of Change, I found it at Fry's, I found it at Costco. It doesn't matter, but I have found it to be a lifesaver for when I need like a grain, and I eat it all the time. So let me go over here and check this real quick. And so it is always my go-to. For instance, if I'm preparing food for someone and I need a quick go-to, I always build around this grain because when you go to an alkaline meal plan, you eat a lot of grains. And this is definitely a go-to grain. So I'm going to start preparing I forgot to cut my avocado. Now my avocado is going to give me those antioxidants that I need. Those omegas, I'm sorry, not omegas that I need. Let me dish it out with a spoon. And I just really like avocado. I put avocado almost on so many different things. I love guacamole. I really love avocado. So I'm just gonna top it with the avocado, and I got some some black chia seeds. I'm just gonna add that and drizzle it on top. That's gonna give me some texture, plus to give me some more of those omegas. All right, so let me put this together. How long has it been? Okay, so you said, I'm trying to stop eating carbs. Okay. I have realized that it depends on your body type and what your goals are. So that's awesome. So I have my rice here, my brown rice and quinoa. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this into the pot. It's hot and I know I have it awkward. But this is gonna be my base, my brown rice and quinoa. And then I have my mushrooms that I love. Sorry, that cayenne pepper with that heat. Oh my goodness. Mushrooms are a low-calorie food. They are a great source of protein. So some people are like, well, how do you get your protein? Well, I get mine through a lot of different ways, but mushrooms is one of the main ways. So what's my time? Somebody's timing me. I think that's enough. I don't want too much. So now I'm just plating it and putting it all together because now it's really finished. Don't forget I made a sweet potato. So Sweet potatoes are very good in beta carotene. They have a whole lot of, and it's like offers a different type of texture for my dish. Where's my spoon? And so I just bake it. I don't put anything on it. Every now and then I might do a little bit. Okay. That's good. Ollie, that's good. Congratulations on that. Ha, 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 ha. I'm sorry. But that's the jam from back in the day. Johnny Gill. This is going to be really super hot. So I just baked a sweet potato. And I baked it in my toaster oven as opposed to the microwave. Figure out like little bitty shortcuts that you can do to make healthy changes for your body. Because again, you know the microwave put radiation in your food. So you don't want that to get into your body. So you have to figure out other ways how to prepare your food. And yeah, it may be a little bit inconvenient, but you are so worth it. So I'm gonna put this sweet potato, just plated here. It's super duper hot. I just took it out the toaster oven. So I have a toaster oven, and I have that I use in lieu of my oven, because for those of you all that's in Arizona, you already know. This weather out here be like 500 degrees, and you gonna turn that oven on? Nah, we gonna pass on that one. So I'm just adding, just plating at this point. I am gonna put a little, no, I'm not. What else am I missing? Oh, my spinach. Okay, so almost finished. I need to get some spinach. And I don't sometimes always cook my spinach. I just eat it raw because it's packed with nutrients when you just eat it raw. What I'm practicing is eating raw food more often. And what it does is it makes for certain that you get all of the nutrients, because when you put food in any type of heat, it actually begins to destroy the nutrients. So there we are. So what am I missing? Okay. Oh, my avocado. I said that already. So here we are. All right, almost finished. I'm gonna throw a few of these black seeds on here. Ah. And then, oh, I got some pesto. I like sauces too, just because sometimes I like to flavor my brown rice and quinoa with something else. Let me see. I think I have some pesto. There it is. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of pesto and just put it on top. And what that's gonna do is that's just going to flavor my brown rice and quinoa just a little bit more. All right, you guys, ready? So how long did that take? It took me like maybe 10 minutes, maybe 12, I don't know. But are you ready for it? All right, let me get, there we are. There we are. All right, so there you are. So I have my sweet potato, I have raw spinach, I have my brown rice and quinoa, I have my sauteed mushrooms and onions, I have a little pesto, and I put a little cucumber just to give me some freshness of it all. And so there you are. Ah! And so this is dinner. And so it was quick, it was easy. Yes, I got a mess, but oh well. I'll clean it up when I'm finished. And so I'm gonna sit down and enjoy my dinner. I hope that you enjoyed it. And not only that, I hope that you try it. And when you do, just let me know. Hit me up and say, hey, I call this the Mother Earth Bowl because it's full of all types of goodness. So, all right, I'm hungry, so I gotta go. Until next time, beautiful people, it's your girl, Nia Ali. Peace and blessings.